Now, the Trump White House has begun spreading a fake video of CNN reporter Jim Acosta allegedly putting his hands on a White House intern during an argument in the White House press room. Now, this was during yesterday's briefing. Now, Trump and Acosta, of course, had a little bit of an argument when Acosta asked Trump about the caravan. Now, I want to show you a little bit of a video from that, and it also contains the alleged incident. So let's take a look.
But your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
That's true. But they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors. Well, no, it's true. Do you think they were actors? They weren't actors. They didn't come from Hollywood. Right. These were people. This was an actual, it happened a few days ago. And
they're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question, Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
that's
I was
enough.
going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am.
So you see, having a little bit of an argument about the caravan, and then that young intern, she comes up to grab the mic. And that's when apparently Jim Acosta had karate chopped her. Now, I don't know if that looked like a karate chop to me. It looked like somebody who brushed up against somebody else while trying to protect the mic, because that same person was attempting to take the mic from them. That's what I saw, but apparently the White House saw something quite different. Now, I want to show you here the video tweeted out by White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders of the same incident, and she's tweeting it out in the context of now we're pulling. This is why we are pulling Jim Acosta's White House press credentials, because he accosted this poor young intern. Let's take a look at the video she tweeted out to justify that. All right. So it's slowed down. Oh my God. The karate chop. So that's the video that Huckabee Sanders tweeted out on that. And so, oh man, that looked very, very violent. Oh boy. You got to get Acosta out of there. He attacks women. No, that's not what happened. Now, here's the thing. That video that Sarah Huckabee Sanders had tweeted out actually came from another source. That source was Paul Joseph Watson. Now, if you're not familiar with the name, you might be familiar with who he works for. Alex Jones, and more specifically, InfoWars. So you have InfoWars videos being shared by Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Now, that I believe that is to punish Jim Acosta for actually asking questions. Now, I've got one more video I want to show you here. And this is from journalists and video editors who looked at this video, the one that Paul Joseph Watson tweeted out and Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeted out, and they noticed something a little odd. They noticed that it was a bit sped up in certain parts. I want to show you their analysis of this video, and then we'll break it down. Let's watch.
That's enough.
Mr. President, I
That's
was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am.
That's enough. That's enough. One of the other folks. That's enough. Pardon me, ma'am. That's enough. That's enough. Ask one of the other folks. One of the other folks. Well, for the other folks. Well, for the other folks.
Okay, so what you can see is here you had a piece of that video that was sped up to make the karate chop appear to be a karate chop and more violent, other than him just putting his hand down there on her arm to kind of push it down a little bit as she is grabbing the mic. Also, the video that was doctored made it appear that he was going after her arm first, and not as in a response to her grabbing the mic from him. So that is clearly edited, that is clearly doctored to show something different than what actually happened. So there was no assault on that intern. It is literal fake news. And it is fake news being spread to go after and to justify kicking out someone like Jim Acosta, who occasionally challenges the administration. Now, CNN had a statement in response to this. They said that this was, quote, retaliation for his challenging questions. And on Wednesday, they accused Sarah Huckabee Sanders of lying about Acosta's actions. In fact, they said Sanders has provided fraudulent accusations and cited an incident that never happened. This unprecedented decision is a threat to our democracy, and the country deserves better. Jim Acosta has our full support. So Acosta has CNN's support. Now, I hope other journalistic outlets also go to support Jim Acosta on this. Because again, this is clearly a doctored video. Now, there's more. And I got to give CNN credit for this one because they're actually being strong here and pushing back. Now, CNN tweeted, "They are not only dangerous, they are disturbingly un-American. While President Trump has made it clear he does not respect a free press, he has a sworn obligation to protect it. A free press is vital to democracy, and we stand behind Jim Acosta and his fellow journalists everywhere." And of course, you also had the White House Correspondents Association, who also released a statement on Wednesday saying that it strongly objects to the Trump administration's decision to use U.S. Secret Service credentials as a tool to punish a reporter with whom it has had a difficult relationship. They said revoking access to the White House is complex is a reaction out of line to the purported offense and is unacceptable. They also called on the White House to, quote, immediately reverse this weak and misguided action. Oh my God. Can you imagine? You don't even have to imagine. Here you have the press that is actually starting to be strong and actually attempt to hold the administration accountable. Sarah Huckabee Sanders going after her for spreading lies. They're actually calling them lies. Oh my God. Here we go. Finally. I actually love it when journalists tell the truth, when they actually call a lie out for a lie. And this is a clear lie. This is absolute bullshit. You guys saw the video. You guys saw the undoctored version, and you've seen the doctored version, and you saw a comparison between the two. It is very clear that this was orchestrated by the right wing, by the far right, by these conspiracy sites in order to protect President Trump from tough questions. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.